Got it. Okay, so we're live, Donnie, but nobody's in here yet. This is the weird period of time when there's no one here. So you can say whatever you want, and only people in the future can hear it.
Uh-huh. In the future.
Yep.
Hey, we're going to try that damn timeout thing.
We could put somebody in timeout. I could put Tawny in timeout.
She'll be on here in a minute. If she ain't already.
Look at the people going by. Ooh, there's a storm cloud out there. Someone has given us a thumbs up.
Woohoo!
Before they joined somehow. There's nobody here, but we got to. Oh, there's one person here, and they gave us a thumbs up. It's probably the same person.
Hello, person.
Hello, you are our first guest, our first victim. I mean, our first viewer.
First viewer. Mm-hmm. I ain't said that, so
we have 2 thumbs ups.
Woohoo!
But only one person in here. I don't see how that's possible. Maybe that person got kicked out. Came back, thumbed up again.
No, they wouldn't do that.
Now you have 3 thumbs up. Sean is here. Hey, Sean, how you doing? So we see Sean. Steven is here. Hey, Steven, how you doing?
How are you?
We have 4 people. Plus us, that's 6. I mean, that's enough to, start a riot.
Yeah, we can do anything with that.
So we're going to talk. Donnie wants to talk about how bad China is and other things. I shouldn't have said that right at the beginning. They're going to block us now.
How was everybody's Christmas? Everybody have a good Christmas and a Happy New Year?
There's only a few people here.
Well, a few people can answer.
Maybe they didn't have Christmas.
Maybe they didn't. How was your Hanukkah?
Hanukkah's cool. We don't discriminate. We like all of the holidays.
All of the holidays.
And neither one of us are sick. We just been working.
Yeah.
There are now 4 people and 4 thumbs up. Fearless Leader 90 said, no, we did. No, we did. Did you have a good Christmas? No, we did. Okay, we have 6 people here now.
We had a good Christmas and a good New Year.
They're starting to line up, Donnie. There's 6 people. Sean says it was a good Christmas.
I'm glad.
He said when I was 17, it was a very good year. Fearless Leader said, indeed it was. Paradorn is here. Says, I had a good Christmas and a good New Year. What about you two?
We had good ones.
We had good Christmases, like always. Things are what you make it. It's going to be good if you want it to, and it's going to be bad if you want it to.
And we try to always keep it good.
Yeah.
Unless it's from China.
Exactly.
We'll wait on that for a few.
We've got 9 people in here now.
9 people? God almighty. You know what we can do with 9 people?
I've been up on the highway.
We can rebuild the whole town with 9 people.
All right, Donnie, go ahead. 9 people is a very sufficient number. You can talk about whatever you want. You don't have to do the China thing. Oh, there's now 11 people here.
11?
Boy, that's pretty good.
Okay, we'll wait on that. We're going to start a new series here in about a month, y'all.
Evo says, hey, guys, greetings from The Hague in the Netherlands. Boy, hello, Evo. So it's 5 hours later there, Donnie, and my clock outside says it's 4:37. So it's about 9:37 in the Netherlands, probably. Maybe 10:37 if I was going to guess. He'll tell us here in a minute, probably. But anyway, tell him what you're going to say, Donnie.
We're going to start a new series here in about a month or so. This mobile home we're working on wrapping up. So.
Hey, Dave. Dave says, hey there from the UK. Hey, Dave.
So we will have more content.
So our little mobile home series is about done. Donnie was out playing in the dirt when you last saw him at the mobile home.
Yeah, playing in the dirt.
This week, this Friday, it'll be Donnie beating dents out of the front of the mobile home, I think.
Beating dents, and we're going to find out what's the matter with Ronnie's truck tomorrow.
Yeah, Tuesday, we're going to figure out what's wrong with my truck that you can hear coming from a mile away. Like. What's it doing?
Bang and clang, clang, knock, knock, knock,
Yeah.
knock,
Knock, knock, knock, knock, knock, knock, knock, knock, knock, knock, knock.
I'm hoping it's not them bearings.
Please don't be them bearings.
It sounds like a knock. I told him when he drove up, I said, open the hood, open the hood. He said, why? He opened the hood real quick, and I said, hell, there's somebody in there wanting out. They was beating and banging.
Unbelievable. Ugh. These redneck jokes.
Better than no joke. this is a building we've been working in for a while.
So we have a building downtown that we've been working in for years, people, years. And we've been working in the front room of it today, working on the ceiling, and working in the big room over there. I don't want to show you that yet, but working in the rest of the building, all of the lights and stuff. Way up on the ceiling, it's got, what are they, Donnie? 15 feet, 16 foot? 16 feet, 16-foot ceilings. That's why it echoes. And so I've been up on top of a scaffolding with my hands way up in the air like this, putting the light fixtures up. So we ordered special little light fixtures, little spotlights, and we ordered them on Amazon. And if you get the one that is made by an American company in China, it costs $150. And if you get the one that's made by a Chinese company in China that looks just like it, it costs $20. So we got the $20 ones, right? And they've been giving us nothing but trouble. So we broke one of them, just trying to screw the light bulb in. Show them the light bulb thing, how it broke.
Well, that's broken.
We threw the old one away. I believe it was damaged beyond repair when I threw it away. I threw it away. So it's a little spotlight that hangs from the ceiling. So I'll get the little package that other thing came in. So we broke the light. Now, that happened a while back. And so I went to the store, and at the store, they sell a replacement piece that you can put inside of a lamp. So that's it right there, right? With a couple things missing because we've been working on it. Now, this is made in China. The replacement piece is also made in China. So get the screwdriver, Donnie. Show them.
It says Texas.
That's just them lying. So we're trying to wire it up, and I'll show you what's going on with this thing. Now, this is on the shelf I think I got that at Lowe's. It's made by a company named Portfolio. About everything you buy. Evo says China's stuff is cheap now, expensive later. And 1037 was right. There we go. I thought so. Donnie's going for the screwdriver. Dave, can you buy good quality lights these days? I don't think you can, Dave. I don't think you can. The China stuff sucks, but the stuff that's American is made in China. It's the same crap. Don't get me started on guitars. I started looking at guitars, about a week ago. I hadn't messed with any guitars in a long time. I've got a bunch of them, but I started looking maybe to pick up some guitars. Oh my God. So look at this. You put the wire on it.
Well, you can
there's a little screw that holds the wire on. If you tighten it up, it strips out.
Yeah, it won't tighten.
So it won't tighten, so the wire is perpetually loose. So if you put a little washer or something on it, it still won't tighten. So there's no way that piece has ever worked for anybody. So this company, Portfolio, that makes all their crap in China is junk. It's probably Lowe's house brand or something.
It's a damn screw. Yeah, hell, it is. That's all I was in.
It's just junk.
See how loose it is? You can just push it in with your finger. Yeah.
It's just junk. This is brand new. This is to replace the crap one that was in the Chinese one. And this one don't work either. It's more junk. So if anybody knows of a company that's made in America, Germany, Mexico, the UK, Italy, Russia would be fine. Ukraine would be fine. Egypt. I love Egypt. Philippines. I'd be happy to get one from the Philippines. Or Korea. Let us know. We'd be interested in buying some lighting stuff from Korea, if anybody knows of any of that. I don't think you can find any, though. We've looked.
Can't find any. Nowhere.
All right, Donnie, so tell them about our new adventure.
Our new adventure is going to be, we're going to develop a piece of property from start to finish.
Start to finish. We've never done this before.
We've never took a raw piece of property and ran it all the way through.
Evo says, hey, don't forget Holland. I agree about Holland. Heck yeah. Would love to have some stuff from Holland. Mainly that chick Robin that sang those songs in the 90s. I think she's from Holland. Okay. So we bought a little piece of land, a little lot, and Donnie's going to,
I'm gonna figure out how to put water on it, sewer on it, and a house on it.
a mobile home on it.
Mobile home.
We haven't moved up to a house yet, but coming soon. Look at the birds up on the tower. They do this all the time. There's always hundreds of them out there. It gives you something to look at.
They were shooting fireworks at them the other day, running them all off.
They shouldn't do that. They're just gonna come back.
They're just trying to get rid of them.
All right, does anybody have any questions for my brother Donnie?
Any questions?
Dave says, I think Robin is Swedish. I think you're right, yeah. Well, I was close. It's just across the lake. What? Hey, how you doing? Mr. Campbell made it.
We're gonna start an episode from.
We're doing good.
We're gonna go from start to finish on it. We're going to see what we can do there. See about putting another mobile home on a piece of property. But we'll show you that when we get to it here. It'll be probably in a month or so. We're gonna start that episode.
Mr. Campbell, we are live on YouTube.
We're live on TV right now.
We're live on YouTube right now. Good. Thomas said, avoid Lucas. I think he said lighting from the UK.
Lighting from the UK.
Of Lucas lighting. No, you're fine. We won't show you. I know you're in the witness protection program.
I don't know, buddy.
That's the old hardware stores across the street. We'll see.
Yeah, we're going to start that episode or that series in about a month or so, and we'll keep y'all updated on
Sean says, Mr. Campbell, will there be any exciting fire-related scenes in our videos?
No.
No, we don't want any fire-related scenes, although there were some fires here local lately. Hello from Michigan. Greetings from Liverpool, England. The people from all over the world watching, Mr. Campbell. We'll see what he said. Do you have anyone renting the new mobile home? It has been a great job from start to end.
We can't tell you. You're going to have to wait and watch it.
Okay, Stephanie wants to know, did you guys buy that mobile home that looked like it was broken in half?
Nope, we didn't buy that.
Mr. Campbell, did you see that one that was up by the gas station on 151 that was broken in half? It was sagging?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We did a video of that, and they were wanting to know if we bought that. We did not buy that. If you go by there, though, they hauled that up on that hill and blocked it up, and they're living in it now.
I was gonna mention a house, too. I don't know that you even interested in the house. But what we had, turn this road like you go up towards Hart Lane's church. After you pass 3 or 4 houses, there's a house up there by itself. An old shanty sitting out there and then a house. Some people deceased. And the daughter died sometime last year, and I don't know who owns that house now. Or it's up for probate, but the Miles is just living there. Baxter Miles just living there.
I'll look into it and see if I can find out who owns it now.
I didn't know if you were, well, he's been dead a good time, but Paul and Larry.
Hi,
was his
Ray
son,
from Fife, Scotland.
And both of them's deceased. And then it went to the daughter, and she lived in Chesterfield. She was
Still waiting on my OK Y'all t-shirt.
And then she was deceased. And I got a house and been sitting out, I don't never seen nobody around or nothing. I don't know the scoop on it.
Yeah, I'll look into it. I see your daughter's out there. I see your daughter, Rochi.
Yeah, she's waiting on me.
Oh,
No, she ain't waiting on me. She said, just too cold for you to walk up there. I said, no, it ain't.
Mr.
I'll bring you. I said, okay.
Mr. Campbell, have you noticed there's a lot more people downtown on a Sunday than there used to be?
Yeah.
Why do you think that is? Coffee shop? Guy said, is that a UFO across the street?
Yes, that's a UFO.
Coffee shop. I'll bring them here. Sure is. Did I come on for the
Yep.
Stephanie says, will the mobile home on the new property be a brand new one? Not like Donnie new, but new.
Nope.
No.
Don't buy anything new. You buy something new, it loses 20% anyway as soon as you take it off the lot. You won't never see me buy something new.
That's like my little cat
What's
that
the-
used to be right down there. It wasn't much bigger than this in here. It was open all the time. And, you know, pretty soon it got, everything on the street, you go up to the cafe, that's where they were. They was drinking coffee or doing something or shooting the breeze, and the people that run it just enjoyed people being in there. They didn't care where they sold nothing or not. So they,
Uh-huh.
and I got a wild out there all the time.
That's good.
And Mr. Campbell, we are live on YouTube, and they watched our whole series about the jailhouse across the street when we rebuilt it.
That's what I like, y'all rebuilt it.
Will you tell them a story so they can hear it? I won't show you on camera, but they can hear you, of maybe somebody getting incarcerated over there. Tell them about whenever you got in trouble for driving your car fast.
A boy used to live here in town, well, he didn't live right in town, he lived right out of town. But he got where he was pretty rowdy, and he drank a good bit. He told me the worst weekend he ever had in his life. He got locked up on Friday night.
Right over there?
He didn't get out till Monday. So I walked around, and when I got out and went up the street, I was like this.
Because they locked him in a cage?
He said, old magistrate always brought him 2 hot dogs every morning and 2 at night. So he asked him, could he bring a Pepsi? And he said, you ain't worth a Pepsi.
Wow.
I can bring a jar of water to the house. And he said, the bad fact was wasn't store-bought hot dogs, it's the wife fixed.
Oh, man. Secondhand hot dogs for your meal in jail.
That's rough.
Yes, sir.
And the cage back there wasn't big enough to stand up in.
I said, when he come out, I said, I went outside, I walking out, I said, everybody looking at me, stop. Why am I walking like this? And thought, oh, I've been in there 3 days.
So the jail in the back, they had a cage literally that they put you in, and it wasn't 6 feet tall. You had to hunch over to stand up in it.
He said, a few years after he left here, he come back, same old deputy was still deputy here.
Uh-huh.
Said he walked up to him and said, y'all have many repeats putting in jail there? He said, no, but said, we can start with you. He said, no, I'm just asking a question. He said, no, it's like 30 days on the chain.
That's rough, sir.
Tell them about the smoke pit. Tell them about the smoke pit. Is that what they called this place?
Yeah, smoke that,
Smoke hole.
Smoke
Smut.
The smoke hole.
Smut hole.
now this ain't.
Smut hole.
They was unloading trailer trucks up yonder next to the, what telephone company's got that building beside the
Uh-huh.
post office?
Uh-huh.
And I know the people that was unloading with seed forks, and they had to get a water hose and finish putting the fire before they could take it in the building. And they was going through there sorting, this ain't burnt, it went in this pile, and somebody was hollering at Daniel.
So they were buying, where were they getting burnt stuff?
Kmart's and different places up north get burnt, and they buy it and bring it all down here.
And if it'd be still smoking when they got it.
Still smoking.
And they'd pile it in that place and then sell it discount.
The funniest thing I ever saw when Stallings had all them toasters. He must have had 2 dozen toasters. He was auctioning them off in here.
Uh-huh. It's auctioning toasters.
The place was just stacked with people. Everybody in the country come up here. They want one. They like to be here in the crowd. Old Stallings was rocking up the back head and the microphone. He was like, "Whoa." Oh, somebody said, Ford Belt, I believe it was, man. I said, hey, the box of them toasters up there, we're gonna auction them off. Well, Ford did what he told him. There's a plug in it or somewhere. Some fellow he got to get on. JD's, I don't know who it was, now, I live right across the street. 4 slice toaster. Old Jake said, you sure this thing will run? They don't, throw it over and get another. Old Jake went to he plugged it in, took his foot and pushed the lever down and turned the lights out. Everybody was trying to get out the door at one time. Jake said, "This one here don't work. This one unplug it, throw it over and get you another one." Jake didn't plug another one in. 4-slice toaster. He wanted that time. It was a lot of fun just to come up here on Friday nights when they had his auction sale up here. And got everybody from everywhere in.
Tell them about when you needed all the plywood for was it your daughter's house after the tornado? No, it wasn't. It was something else, wasn't it? Because you came up here and he wanted you to load it all in your truck.
Yeah.
So the guy that used to run this place, this building we're in right now, he sold salvage stuff. His name was Mr. Stallings.
To tell the truth, I really needed 9-foot plywood. I didn't know if they made 9-foot or not. If I didn't get 9 foot, I was going to have to cut through a lot of soil. That's when we built my father-in-law's shop up here.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I think it was a 30 by 40. He really told me you had to have 9 foot stuff. You couldn't get 9 just the way you get 8. Me and Bill was back there and I was arguing. He had to stack that high. He said, he finally got aggravated with me and said, "I'm going to take the forklift and set that damn stuff on your truck and I want to see you ride out of here with it." $3 a sheet. I said, I called him there, "Mr. Bill, would you give me a box of nails ready?" He looked at me. Said, you want me to go put it up for you?" I said, "Yeah, he will." He went in that old building back there at the door down. He brought me a 50-pound box of 8-penny nails. Put them on that plywood. I had a 55 Chevrolet long wheel pickup. He said, "You'll never make it with that tree right there." He said, "I'm going to light at you when it goes down." I said, "Okay, you're light it." He stood right there and I cranked the old truck up and pulled it down the ground. And that's barely touched it, guys. Around the corner, went to the house, eat supper, took it over my father-in-law. But when I went up the hill over here, the front wheels come off. I said, "This ain't gonna work." So I backed up, the old driveway back, and I backed all the way up Fort Creek.
You backed up with all that weight? Oh, so your wheel, because of your wheels.
So that kept the wheel from wheel. My dad and I pulled up in his yard over, he said, "What in the world did you get all that plywood?" I said, "You said you needed 60 sheets. It's on there." He said, "I didn't mean you. Tell your truck up, bring it over here." I said, "Truck ain't through it. We just need to get plywood off." He said, "Back it up in this shit." I backed it up. But he had the whole front end down there to back it up. He said, "Did he give you the nails?" I said, "Give me the nails." He got his ruler out and he measured that plywood. It was 9 foot.
Thank you, Evo. We'll see you next time.
He said, "I know you paid for that." I said, "I did." He said, "You did." He looked at it. You didn't pick this up no more, did you?" I said, "No, I picked it up in Jefferson SC. That's why he told me a date for it and set it on my truck. And he said my truck would never leave. I read it on it, and it did.
Yep. Save that money.
But a lot of that plywood, it was 9 foot, but ends ain't square. You know,
Oh.
it might be 9 foot 4 inches, and her end, you had to somewhere.
Where did he get crooked plywood?
So it wasn't a bargain when it all ended up where it could have. But anyway, my daddy was always happy. He liked to get something at a bargain, so he got something at a bargain.
And
He
cut
got a
both
stack
sides.
that high, little pieces from 1 inch to 3 or 4 inches off each.
That's rough.
I better get on out there. My young one's still waiting on me.
Yep, she's still waiting on you.
Okay, I'll see you.
I'll see you next week.
Thank you for telling us some stories. If you tell your wife, she can go find this video on YouTube. You can listen to it.
Okay.
You'll be famous now. Everybody's saying they enjoy your story.
I'll see you later, Mr. Campbell.
I had a lot of fun when that sale was going on. I know $1 million
Huh.
I think he ended up giving old Bill about $300 for it, but
If it worked, yeah.
it worked.
Huh.
In some ways, you got a bargain, some ways you gotta understand.
It's hit or miss.
I'll see you, gentlemen.
Hey, Mr. Campbell, it's fun talking to you.
Y'all have a good week.
You too. We'll see you soon. All right.
All right. So we're gonna start that series from start to finish on, that house out there, trying to develop a piece of properties from start to finish and how much problem that's gonna be, so, we'll see.
Yeah. Hopefully not much.
Yeah, hopefully not much, but I doubt it. Everything I get into seems like it's a damn disaster.
So this building we're in right now, the reason we haven't put up any videos of it yet is because we don't really like putting up stuff when it's halfway done. And we've been working on this building for actually several years, doing a little bit here and a little bit there and a little bit here. And we do lots of, okay, so there's Mr. Campbell getting back in his car. Okay, he's been living here since the 50s, right? Lives just behind the buildings here. And tell him what happened to him about 6 weeks ago.
Has it been that long? He passed out back there in his garden, tilling his garden, and he fell and broke his vertebrae.
He broke his back. And remember, he came down that weekend after that.
He come down about 3 or 4 days after it happened.
It said that his back was hurting him. He wanted to go to the doctor. He thinking about he might have to go to the doctor. And then told us the story. He said that he fainted out in the garden. And then whenever he woke up, he had a hoe with him where he was out there working in the garden, and he used the hoe to crawl over to the clothes pole and then stood up on the clothes pole and then stood there for a little bit till he felt a little better and then walked into the house. His wife had a conniption fit, understandably. And so about 3 days later, he came down here on the weekend to talk to us and tell us about how that happened. Well, he goes to the hospital that week because he's feeling pretty bad. And they tell him that he's broke one of his vertebrae in his back and that he might need surgery. And so he had a couple weeks there where he really didn't feel that good. So we didn't see him for 2 weeks. And then he just started coming back around. And
I don't know how he broke his back and he's walking around.
very tough man. That's just what it comes down to.
I think he's 80 something now.
Yeah, I think in his mid-80s, I believe.
Yeah, he's in his 80s now.
But he's one of the guys here in town that has seen a lot, and people like that, they've got a lot of wisdom and knowledge, and he basically has been walking around his whole life looking at things and listening to things and talking to people and meeting people. And so Mr. Stallings that he was just talking about, we've heard all these stories about him, but he knew him and talked to him a lot. So you could ask him something like, hey, what did Mr. Stallings' voice sound like? How did he talk? And he would know that when nobody else, you can't write that down on a piece of paper really, So he's got so much knowledge and information. He's just really fun to talk to. You can learn a lot from him. So we're glad that he comes around and hangs out with us a little bit.
Yeah, he comes around every weekend and sees. He's the only one in town that actually comes around every weekend.
Mm-hmm. So he's a great man.
He's a good guy for it. But I don't know if we ever talked about that. We got a coffee shop in to rent one of our buildings next door.
Yeah.
And they're,
So it keeps us busy on Sundays now. There's lots of traffic.
yeah, we get a car wash. We ain't
Yeah.
never been ever car wash. We sit here and watch cars.
It's 5 now. Do they close at 5? So they may have just closed. Okay, so we got some questions here.
Okay, let's answer.
We're going to go through these questions that y'all have been patiently waiting for.
Questions.
Okay, so we're going to go way back.
And some of these I might not answer.
Okay, so Fearless Leader 90 said that Robin is hot. Donnie don't know who that is, but it is a singer from back in the day. Thomas Armstrong said, avoid Lucas Electric from the UK. He's saying their lights suck. Don't get them.
Lucas Electric, remember that.
Dave wants to know, is that Donnie's real hair?
Yes, that's my real hair. My hairdresser is on maternity leave. And she's
That's
out.
true, yep.
She's out for another 2 months. I'm gonna have to deal with this for 2 months.
Yep, Donnie, our whole family was well haired. Our father, when he passed away, had a nice set of hair. Our mom, when she passed away, had a nice set of hair. I've got a nice set of hair. Johnny's got a nice set of hair. Joey's hair is thinning a little bit, but you know,
What can you do?
what can you do? That is just how things are. Okay. Sean said, will there be an exciting fire-related scene? So tell him about what happened last night.
Last night, the auction in Monroe, which is where I sell most of my cattle at, damn thing burnt to the ground.
It's a livestock auction up there.
It burned up last night.
There's 3 around here. There's one here in Jefferson that just closed.
It closed. Its last day is, I believe, next weekend.
Yeah, and then the one in Hartsville, which is still
Darlington.
all the way in Darlington.
The one in Darlington's still going.
So Darlington is nowhere near here. It takes about 45 minutes to get there. And then Monroe is kind of where people go around here because it's closer.
Yeah.
So Monroe's the biggest city that's near here that's of decent size. And
It's got livestock sale.
yeah, so there's a livestock sale up there, and it burnt down last night. So yes, Sean, but we didn't film any of it. So
We didn't film it.
you know, this downtown, Sean, has burnt down like 3-4 times. So we don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, we don't want no fire.
Remember how Mr. Campbell was just saying that the electrical in here was all screwed up and everything, right? Well, believe me, none of that's still here. It's all gone. We ain't using old electrical. Okay, and you got to be doing something. Said, hey, you guys, hello from Michigan.
Hello.
Why, hello, Michigan. PPH said, greetings from Liverpool, England, UK.
Liverpool. Hello.
That's where the Beatles are from. Do you have anyone renting the new mobile home? It has been a great job from start to end.
It ain't finished yet.
We haven't finished it yet, PPH. It finishes, we got 3 or 4 more weeks of videos, something like that. But we got somebody lined up. We believe it will rent really quickly. Stephanie says, did you guys buy that mobile home that looked like it was broke in half?
No, we did not buy that. That was just one sitting on the side of the road, and I was trying to buy it, but Ronnie would not let me buy it. But, hey, 18-wheeler. But a guy did buy it and moved it, and we know where it's moved, and he fixed it.
Yeah.
It's straight again.
Yeah, the guy actually bricked it up. And, you know, whenever you put a mobile home in, you put block piers under it. And so if you did that properly all along it, you would get it flat again, and he did. Okay, so
It's actually the same movers that I used.
yeah.
They did it.
And PPH said, I want to know now. I think they were talking about if anybody's renting the new mobile home. Ray says, hi, Donnie and Ronnie from Fife, Scotland. Hello, Ray, if you're still out there. We appreciate you watching in Scotland. You got to be doing something, says, still waiting on my okay, y'all t-shirt.
Man, I've been trying to make some t-shirts, and I tried a couple different things, and I ain't got a good system yet.
We got to figure something out. We'll get on that. We just haven't done it yet. Down at the, wait a minute. Oop. Okay, I think we're good. I hope I didn't just block somebody. I don't think I did. Down at the shop, our buddy Matt can make t-shirts for us. He has a screen printing shop, so it's real easy for us to get them for the store. But we're trying to get Donnie something where he can get to it himself easily, you know.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to make all mine.
Yeah, he might make his own. We're gonna
I
see.
ain't got to yet.
What in the world? Okay, I keep hitting the wrong thing. Okay, Dave says, is that a UFO across the street? Now, I don't know if you're talking about that truck. No, that's just a fine automobile.
You might have been talking about that water.
If you're talking about the water tower, yes, that is a UFO. Doo-dee-doo-doo. The water tower, it used to say Jefferson facing this way, where you could see it from downtown. But Town Hall is like 2 blocks that way. So that whenever they repainted it, they painted it so they could see it from that end. It's got a real pretty blue jay on it, the town blue jay, you know.
Yeah, but they got it where they can see the town hall, but we can't see it down here no more. I don't know why they just didn't paint it all the way around the damn thing. Put 4 up on it.
Stephanie, will the mobile home on the new property be a brand new one, not like Donnie new, but new? Now tell them what you said about new.
No, I will not buy anything new. Vehicle, houses, quit paying any of that because you lose at least 20% as soon as it rolls out.
Yes.
At least 20%.
Yes.
And some things you probably lose 30 or 40%.
Yes.
But you will never see me with something new unless somebody gave it to me.
Okay, Evo, who left already, had to go to the bed. He said he had to get up early in the morning.
Oh, sorry. He'll be back tomorrow to finish watching.
Okay, here's a question. What's the best deal you got on anything in your life, and what was the worst deal that you got on anything in your life?
Okay, the best deal I ever got.
Was that $3 bit?
No.
Yeah, we was just talking about that earlier. I said, is that the best $3 you ever spent? And you said, yeah.
No. I bought 2 track hose.
Uh-huh.
I was looking for a track hoe. So I was on Craigslist one day, and one popped up. It says, I got 2 of them. He wanted $10,000 for both of them.
Yes.
So I called a guy, and it said 3 minutes ago. I said, hell, I got this. So I called him, and he's like a block from me, actually from where I was at. And I said, can I come by and look at him? He said, absolutely. So I go up there, and I look at him, and I said, tell you what, I'll give you $8,000 for him. And he said, no, I'll take 9. And he said, but I'll throw in those 2 trailers with it. I said, deal. So I went and got him the money and paid him. Well, one of them, you couldn't see the hours on. So I went home, I took it to the house, and I put a new fuse in it.
Yes.
And it said it had 328 hours on it.
Yes.
So I put it back on Craigslist, like that day or the next day,
Along with your new fuse.
along with my new fuse, for $26,000. And a guy called me about 2 days later and said, would you take 18 cash? I said, absolutely. Come get it.
Give me some skin, my friend.
And I still got the other one.
Yep.
And then I sold one of the trailers for $3,000 after that. So
That was a good deal.
That was the best deal I've ever had.
Worst deal, I don't ever really think about worst deals.
Worst deal.
I don't remember them. I forget them.
Probably my ex. But other than that, I don't know.
I don't have any worst deals. I get good deals all the time.
Good deal.
All the time. One of the worst deals that I ever got, there was this time I went to Lowe's and I bought a piece of crap Chinese light piece that was junk, and there's no way it's ever fixed anybody's light in the history of the world. So there's that. Okay.
Or when you try to buy a replacement, the light, because they sold you a piece of junk to begin with,
Yeah.
and they tell you it's discontinued, you can't get another one.
Yeah.
So you got 6 of them sitting here, and you need a 7th one, and you can't find it.
Yeah. Okay, Dave says, get them lights working, otherwise it's Donnie Darko.
Yeah, Donnie Darko is coming on, I believe.
I think they're working pretty good. It's pretty light in here.
Yeah, these are working.
This is retail lighting, people.
Retail, yeah.
Who is the oldest, Joey, Ronnie, or Donnie? I'm the oldest, and then Donnie, and then Joey. Joey's the youngest.
Joey's the youngest out of the bunch.
Sean says, Mr. Campbell sounds like a fine gentleman. This is like watching somebody's home movies. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Stephanie says she agrees. Sample Smasher says, hey, yo, greetings from Germany. Hello, Sample Smasher.
Hello, Germany. How are you?
Now, that could be Sample Smasher. They smash samples. Or it could be Samples Masher. They mash samples. Hard to tell. The way it's spelled, I can't figure it out.
Hard to tell. Okay.
Stephanie says, I can imagine sitting at the bar and buying that man a drink to listen to his stories.
Yeah, but I don't think he drinks anymore.
I don't either. But he drinks something. He drinks hot chocolate at the Christmas parade usually.
He drinks coffee every day. He drinks a bunch of coffee.
Yeah. We didn't have the Christmas parade this year. It rained out, so we couldn't film it.
It rained out twice. They rescheduled it, and it rained out the second time too. And then they just canceled it because it was going to be after Christmas.
Dave said Mr. Campbell should have his own YouTube channel. I agree.
I agree. Just walking around talking about all these buildings.
Okay, Paradorn said, hey, Donnie, how are you guys laid the plastic on the ground under the mobile home there with the support beams? He's talking about the pillars.
We cut around them, and slicing it, opened it up, and slid it up, and closed it back, and tamped it off.
Uh-huh. Okay, Ashley says, hi from England. Tell us at your times together at local arcades. Donnie never really played many arcade games. I remember one time whenever we were real little in West Virginia, we went in it was like a Hills department store, or it might have been a Big Lots actually. And right out in the foyer by the front door, there was an Akari Warriors arcade game and that Ivan Stewart's off-road game where you spin the wheel and all that. And I was with you whenever we saw those. But whenever we were kids, we didn't have a ton of money, and we didn't spend money on arcade games hardly ever.
We went to Carolina to play small there a couple times and played, but
Yeah, me and Joey did that a lot more because he was little, and we'd ride our bikes down there.
didn't we end up buying a couple of arcade games out of that place?
Yeah, that double dribble one was the first one we ever got.
Yep.
So, Unit 731 says hi. Hello, Unit 731.
Hello, 731.
Dave says he's sick, so he can't watch. Sorry to hear about that, Dave. Green Demon Man says, did you guys ever have fights as youngsters? Who won?
Absolutely, we had fights.
Well, Donnie's bigger than me, even when he was small. Even when he was younger, he was bigger than me. Let me tell you about a fight I saw him get in one time. There was this punk-ass kid at school who had failed twice in the 5th grade. So, thinking back on it, if you think about it, he was only 10 or 11. No, he'd failed twice, so he was 13. So this kid was 13 years old, right? And he was a bully, so he used to pick on me all the time. I was real skinny when I was a kid, right? So I would be walking home from school every day, and this punk kid would come up and start a fight with me, right? And just bullying me and talking trash and all this crap. And the crazy thing is me and Donnie knew him. We used to go over to his house and play video games, right? So he'd come up and he'd picking on me and stuff. And I was a little skinny kid, right? So at the time, I skipped a grade. So I was actually a year younger, and this dumbass had failed twice, right? Now, I shouldn't really say that about him because he was just a kid at the time, but that's how I felt about him at the time, right? So this kid was 2 years older than me or 3 years older than me or something like that, right? And Donnie is a year younger than me, right? So this kid was 13 and Donnie was 9. Okay? So and you know how bullies are. Bullies really don't like it when you punch them in the nose. They really don't like that because they pick on little kids, right? So this bully, he keeps picking on me, and so I tell Donnie about it, who is a year younger than me, right? And so I'm like 10, and Donnie's like 9, and I'm walking home, and here this kid comes. I'm like, oh my God, this kid's gonna try to beat me up. And the kid wouldn't ever really do anything. He'd just mess with me, right? So I'm walking, and the kid pushes me or something. He gets off his bike, he pushes me, and he's starting a bunch of stuff. And so I look, and guess who's coming down the street fast as he can? So here comes Donnie on his bike. And he comes up, he hops off the bike, beats the hell out of this kid. 9-year-old Donnie beat the hell out of a 13-year-old right in front of me. So that kid didn't cause us any trouble anymore. But yeah.
Seems to me like he went and got his brother, and I had to whoop him too.
So yeah.
We got in a little bit of problem.
Yeah. We lived in West Virginia, but we lived on the mean streets of Charleston, West Virginia when we were little. Thomas says, speaking of deals, how's the transmission working? The deals. Oh, he's talking about the one in your 65.
The 65 seems to be working good, but I haven't really driven it. To be honest with you, I've been consumed in trying to get this mobile home.
We will have another video up on that pretty soon, where we're going to work on the exhaust next.
Yeah.
So we got to show you that. That's coming up. But we think the transmission is just fine.
We hope.
Thomas says, my worst deals I keep as lessons. That's true. If you ever listen to Dave Ramsey, he talks about stupid tax. He says if you do something stupid, it costs you something, but you learn from it. Yeah.
One thing I have found, a stupid tax. Don't buy no transmission from the junkyard.
Yeah. Donnie used to go to the junkyard and buy a $50 transmission or a $100 transmission because we knew some junkyard guys. And then he would just crawl under the truck and swap it himself. And they'd work a little bit.
They never was right.
Yeah.
Never. I only bought one transmission used that was good, and it was a 400 turbo.
Yeah. Tell them your opinion about what happens with the automatics when they sit.
I think they must get water in them and delaminate the clutch. It's got to.
Yeah, we think the clutch falls apart if you let it sit. Because when we get these things, a lot of times they've been sitting 10, 15, 20 years. And once an automatic transmission's been sitting that long and not spinning, the clutch will come apart as soon as you start. It'll give you about 20 feet, and then the damn thing the transmission will mess up.
Yeah, it's got to be clutch delaminate, and it's got to be because there's moisture in it.
Yeah.
Or they just dry out, and when you take off, it just ruins them.
Yeah.
You know, when you build one, I tried to build one time. When you build one, you're supposed to put them clutches down in ATF fluid and let them sit for a couple hours.
Mm-hmm.
That didn't work. That was another thing that lasts about 20 feet.
Okay, Valerie says, I'm a big fan of you guys. Why, thank you, Valerie. That's very nice of you to say. Been watching since I saw the Cyber Sled video you made on the Lions Arcade channel. Cyber Sled is this big old sit-down game where there's two seats, and you've got two joysticks, and you move this little machine around and shoot at the other guy. That's pretty cool. We had one a while back. It's a really unique game. I apologize if my question is dumb, but have you come across a Sega Super GT cabinet? Guess what, Valerie? We actually have a Sega Super GT cabinet. It's in the front room of our shop in Rock Hill, and Joey and I are planning on doing a video on it probably this year. But it's a big project. The monitors have been removed. Somebody put flat screen monitors in it, and they didn't really do that great of a job. But we have the complete game, and we are going to fix it, and you will see a video of that eventually. And that is not a dumb question. There is no such thing as a dumb question, just rude.
The only dumb question is the one that was never asked.
Exactly. So we're glad you enjoy our channel, Valerie. Keep watching. Okay, Thomas said, was this the shop you put Christmas decorations in the windows? This is not. They didn't see the whole brick thing on this one.
No.
Mm-hmm.
That was the next one over at the coffee shop.
Yeah, that was the next one over at the coffee shop. This is one you'll see this one eventually. This is a big old project here. I mean.
We've been working on this one for several years.
Yeah.
So this one's like a total transformation.
Sample Smasher clarifies it's Sample Smasher. I thought maybe it was Samples Masher. I don't know. It's spelled the same. It says has something to do with the Amiga music stuff. That's cool. You got to be doing something. It says how many buildings have you rehabbed so far?
2, 3, 4, 5.
5.
We really didn't do nothing with that one.
Yeah. And this one don't count.
I would say 5.
Yeah.
But if you wanted to get technical, how many did we save? We saved 7 or 8.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. There's some of them we have put roofs on,
but we haven't finished.
It yet. We're sitting in one right now, right? So.
Yeah. This one ain't counted in nothing.
Yeah. So. All right. Weston said, any thoughts on 8-Bit Guy's new arcade business? I haven't seen anything about his new arcade business, but I'll just say in general, I like 8-Bit Guy. He's a cool guy. So I wish him success.
I don't have no clue who he is, but I wish everybody success.
Okay, you got to be doing something. It says, how many homes? We haven't done any. Well, we did that one that we sold.
But we didn't really.
We haven't finished that one. A handful, I don't know. We know, not a bunch.
Yeah.
Okay.
We sold was probably the closest one.
PPH says, how do you find the time? My understanding is that you both have full-time jobs.
We both have full-time jobs, and I actually got a full-time farm on top of the full-time job. A full-time farm here and a full-time farm at the house.
The way we find time is we use our spare time and our hobbies productively.
Yes.
Your hobby could be, and I'm not saying anything bad about anybody. Okay, I'm just saying this is how we see things. Your hobby could be playing golf.
Absolutely.
And there's nothing wrong with playing golf. But you're wasting a lot of time walking around on a golf course getting good at playing golf.
And paying for your tea time and paying for
Yeah.
your travel back and forth and paying for your clothes and paying for your shoes and your clubs and
Yep.
this. We're just putting it all in a building
Yeah.
or a house or.
So instead of playing golf, your hobby could be buying an old dilapidated building like the jailhouse over there and repairing it.
And nothing against golf.
Yeah, we love golf. There's nothing wrong. I'm just saying,
It was just a good example.
we just have different hobbies than a lot of people. And we don't, it's work, but if we don't like doing it, we don't do it. You know, we just set it down for a while and do something else, you know. So like Donnie's farm that he's got, he enjoys that. It's fun to him to go out there and play with the cows. So, you know, that's how he has the time. It's when he's off from work, he just goes and does stuff. And I'll say that Donnie and Joey, more than me, but Donnie and Joey are both go-getters. They spend every damn minute they got doing something.
Well, for instance, that truck I'm driving, that Chevrolet truck I'm driving, I put over 100,000 miles on it last year.
Yeah.
So, you know, you can get it done if you really want to.
The guy says maybe you guys should rehab a golf course. Absolutely, I can see that. I'd be more likely to build a miniature golf course.
Yep. We can build a golf course.
We had somebody from Scotland on there. I don't know if they're still on here, but there was a famous joke by Robin Williams, the comic, where he was talking about how golf had to be invented by the Scottish because they said it's going to be like pool, except it's going to be 350 yards. And you got to knock it in a little hole down there. This is hilarious, but Robin Williams was funny. But yeah, golf, there's nothing wrong with golf. I'm just saying, you know, everybody has their hobbies. This is just our hobby. We enjoy it.
Yeah, you can say the same thing about baseball, basketball, football, and anything.
Yeah. But let's see. I think we got some more questions, Donnie.
More questions.
Green Demon Man says, can you pan the rest of the inside? I joined late and maybe missed that. Green Demon Man, we're not really showing it yet because this one we haven't, we're not where we want to show the videos on this one yet. We did maybe show some sneak peeks though. But,
we didn't mean to if we did.
yeah. All right, any more questions for us? Do the music, Donnie. All right, I think we're done with all of the questions.
All right, y'all. Well, we just want to hop on here quick and tell you what was coming. We've got that new series coming, and we'll try that for a while and see what we can come up with. Hopefully it ain't too big of a headache.
Mm-hmm.
And see if we can put another one in the portfolio.
Yeah.
And then we got to figure out what we're going to do after that.
Mm-hmm.
We might start on this whole building here.
Yeah, maybe we'll have this one far enough along that we can start showing videos of it.
And I'm anxious to see what's the matter with Ronnie's truck.
Yeah.
I'm hung up on his truck being tore up.
My truck's tore up. Tuesday, we're going to fix my truck.
Yep, we hope anyway. If we don't fix it Tuesday, I guess it'll be the following Tuesday.
Uh-huh.
We will fix it one way or another. But man, I sure am going to hate pulling that motor.
So we'll see then.
Yeah, hopefully the bearings ain't bad.
Yep. Oh, no, it's knocking.
Yep.
It's knocking bad.
Y'all, why everybody's in there, give me a thumbs up on the channel. Thumbs up, it helps the channel out. Your interaction, the thumbs up and the comments, all that helps. So, we're gonna get off of here. But we appreciate all y'all coming.
Sample Smasher says, is there a chance that Donnie will start a YouTube channel named My Brother Ronnie?
Are you gonna be the first one to subscribe to it? You give me 1,000 subscribers and I'll start you one.
They said you guys are always doing something. You know, another thing too is...
Hey, I can start it and just show your feet.
Yeah, that's true. No, don't do that. People got the weird fetishes.
Your shoes.
Our Our mom used to only sleep 4 hours a night, and our granddad used to only sleep 2.5 hours a night. So some people, as they get older, they sleep less. So maybe we'll sleep less as we get older, Donnie, and we can get even more done. That'd be cool.
That would be getting some stuff done, yeah.
You know, another way that we get a lot of stuff done is, look, the lady paying her insurance. The insurance company over there, they have a little slot where you go put your payment in the door.
She could be putting a question in there.
Webface says, I won't buy a new truck because there's too many computer brains to fail. Preach, brother. I agree.
My work buys Ford pickups. There's a bunch of them too. We got 30 of them right now. And every one of the 21s and 22s, the fuse box burns out of them after a few rains. If you ever have to pull that fuse cover out and change a fuse, you can't get the fuse top back on there just perfect, and it'll leak. And the damn thing won't shut off. You turn the ignition off and it'll stay running.
Yeah.
So we walked away from them and leave them running, and the next morning we come in and they won't start back. And you take it in and they gotta put a new fuse panel on, every one of them.
Wow.
And on top of that, all the air conditionings and the heat are broke. You turn the heat on, the heat won't come on. You gotta take it to the dealer, they do something, the heat starts working. Well, when summer gets back, the damn air conditioner won't come on. You gotta take it back to the dealer. So.
Action says, even domestic vehicles are like 80% Asian parts. Yep.
Yeah, it's bad. Well, you can see that over here a lot when the computer chip.
Yeah.
That computer chip.
Yeah.
shortage.
Yeah.
You couldn't get no vehicles over here. No newer vehicles with computer chips in the keys. They said they was waiting on a computer chip.
Yeah. How embarrassing. How embarrassing, right? Imagine you're a company, this big worldwide company, and you got to wait for another country to send you little chips for the key to the truck to get it, or you can't sell any, and they just sit around waiting on it. And they don't think of this ahead of time. They're like, oh, it's cool, everything's cool, let's just shut everything down for a year.
How the hell did they drive it out of the factory?
It's all nonsense. A lot of it was used as an excuse, you know.
They drug it out with a damn load chain. I mean, come on, somebody's got to have a damn key somewhere. There's got to be an override.
I like companies that are proud, and they don't even have to be American companies, but you know, this is not a rah-rah America thing. It's just buy from somebody who's going to actually try to do a good job, you know?
Yeah, it's crazy. And, that damn part there was about $6 or $7.
Yeah, it's junk.
And you can't pay 20 for one.
If you go to Home Depot instead of Lowe's, they've got a little bit more stuff that's made in the USA, which is a little higher quality, so that's part of it.
But you can't even buy one if you want to.
Yeah, you can't get a good part like that at the store.
So it's like,
And if you look online, they try to hide where the stuff was made because they know everybody's looking, you know.
box. It says Texas right on the back of it.
Yeah, they're bragging about Texas.
Why do they got Texas on it?
Get this, back in the 90s, I bought this guitar. It's called a Dan Electro, kind of a weird guitar. It's an American company from the 60s, right? They made them in the 60s in New Jersey. So in the 90s, they reissued them. Well, at the time, I didn't know nothing about, crap made in China's junk, because at the time, it wasn't so bad. So the Dan Electro guitars at the time in the 90s were made in Korea, which isn't the end of the world, but they're cheap, Okay, so now they make them in China. And when you get the guitar and open it up, and these are not cheap. I mean, these, $500, $600, $700. When you open up the case, there is a tag, red, white, and blue on the guitar neck, and it says, every guitar set up in America. They're bragging about it, They're bragging that they're having them made in China, and then when they get to America, they open the box and make sure the bridge is right and string it and tune it and make sure everything's cool. And they're bragging about that. That's shameful. I mean, that's shameful. But the price, if you buy a Fender, it's $2,000, so it's just how it is. But anyway.
All right, y'all. We're going to get off here. Y'all like what you see, give us a thumbs up for filming it. Subscribe to the channel if you hadn't already, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Thank you, guys. We'll see you Tuesday.